Hello, Jill here, and today I'm going to share with you the final video of the fabric bowl. Has been somewhat of a tutorial, and yet a lot of the stitching and such has been done off camera because it takes a very long time to stitch it down. So I showed you all the canvas stitching. I finished up the inside here, and I'm going to go over the changes I've made and the things I have yet to do. And then at the end of this video, I will finish these pending things up, and I will post a picture of the final finished product. So I am just loving this bowl. I think it's coming out so desperately cute, and I have a surprise for you that, well, not a surprise, it's just part of the video, right? But so let's look at this. I'm going to put this little flower in here. As I told you before, I didn't want to cover up all of Rachel's beautiful fabric, so I found a flower with a bunch of, that I cut out with a bunch of little lacy edges around it, and I thought, okay, that looks cute in the center of that bowl, so that's going to go there. Another piece of that same lace is here. Now this is very old. It's from a very good friend, and every time I use or look at her things that I put into my creations, it helps me think of Teresa. So Teresa, I thank you for everything. We miss you, but I love looking at it. It's such a nice memory of you. And then over here, let me spin it around, hopefully not too quickly. I have another piece, and isn't this beautiful? It has the flower in the center and then all the lace around it. And it will be sitting here when we're done. So then on the outside of the bowl, I'll pick this up and spin around the outside of the bowl. I have yet to stitch down this little heart. I probably do messy stitching around it. And this little paw print, because certainly my little doggies have been involved in all of this creation work. I also mentioned to you before that I had a cluster on my desk that I had set here, and I just didn't think the colors worked out very well. Let me show it to you. Do I still have it? I do. And it was this cluster, but I just didn't think that I wanted to use that one. So I created a new cluster, and here's the new one. Put a little bit of lace. This is some Sanderson, some messy cross stitch, and I found a little bauble, and I thought that just looks so cute there, so I did that. And I don't think, oh, I did stitch down a number, and let's see, I think that's all on the outside edge. So let's turn it over and look at the bottom. And here's the bottom of my bowl. And I'll tell you what, I just love it. I am currently in process of stitching this down. I want to stitch each of those little things down. But as you saw in the last video, I had this idea to put the ticking crisscross on the bottom. I decided to do some eyelets or grommets, whatever you want to call them, up the side of these, and then do some crisscross stitching so it looks like it's holding the bowl together. It is not holding the bowl together. It is a separate piece created separately and then stitched onto the bowl. But I just love the way that adds such a dimension to the product, and the bowl, it looks so like it has its own little personality. So there you can see the stitching. I used variegated hand-dyed yarn, and I thought that came out really cute. And then we still have the emphasis on the 4 bottom pieces here. So I will be back in just a few minutes and have the rest of it stitched down and show you what that looks like. So here I am, all back again and all stitched down. So let's review. Let's recap. Stitch down the center flower, coming close so you can see that. I'll turn it this way. Then I took the lace and got that all stitched down in this position. And this one with the sweet flower, I'll turn that up on its side so you can see it a little better. Got that all stitched down. I love that. And I think that's everything on the inside. Spinning around to the outside, we'll start where we left off. And this piece of flowered lace wraps around the outside over to here. As you can see it here. Looks a little rustic and shabby. I love that. My number 785 I showed you. Go around a little more. Here's the side. Coming up. Oh, I messy stitched around the little paw print and messy cross stitched around the little heart. And then this piece of lace that we stitched in on the inside here comes over the edge and stitches down here nicely. I think that's everything on the outside. We'll just go around the rest of the way. Yep, and then we're back to the beginning. And then the bottom. There's the beautiful bottom of the bowl, all finished up with its crisscross variegated dyed yarn, holding it together. And I just love it. I just love it. I think it came together so nice, so pretty. Just let me flip it over. And this one, I think I mentioned, I was going to be putting some of my yummy hand-dyed yarns in here, so I could keep them on my desk. These neutrals stay with me a lot, so lots of room for a few more pieces. Speaking of which, grab one more. Have another light one here, and because it's of course a little bit flexible, they all fit in there nicely. So there you have it, my little fabric bowl, all ready to start using, holding my yarns. And I hope you love it. I had a great time doing this for you. The person who asked me to show you how I make these, I hope I showed you enough of the process of laying down the fabrics and then the decorative pieces, and then I do my laces and stuff generally last. The bottom of this was an additional thought as I went along to add more interest to the bowl, but certainly you could eliminate that or do it however you feel you want to put your fabrics down. Remember, it's free flowing. You don't have to think too much about it. Just enjoy the process. Put it together how it best suits you. And remember that slow stitching is for your enjoyment. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Do something you love.